Welcome to a journey that blends the disciplined strength of Roman wisdom with the soulful mystery of Persian poetry. In today's exploration, we uncover how two great minds, Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, and Rumi, the wandering Sufi mystic, crafted a timeless map to unshakable confidence. Their teachings live side by side in history, but together they illuminate a fresh path for anyone seeking steadfast self-belief in our fast-paced world. Chapter 1. The Mirror in the Desert. An old tale from the Persian sands tells of a wandering monk who found a still lake that reflected the sky. When he gazed, he saw a man beside him holding a mirror that showed every fear, doubt, and flaw. The monk, puzzled, asked the water why it showed his inner torment. The wise old woman who tended the oasis replied, "The mirror is not for seeing other people, but for seeing yourself. If you learn to look at what you truly are and love that image, nothing else can shake your confidence." For Marcus Aurelius, a similar image appeared as he sat by the Danube watching soldiers march. He wrote, "Look at yourself from within. Your thoughts are not the external world, they are the lens that shapes everything." The lesson is clear. Confidence comes from the clear view of the inner self, not from accolades or external approval. Today, pause for 1 minute. Sit in a quiet space, breathe, and ask yourself what image your mind projects when you face a challenge. Notice if that image is one of fear or of purpose. Then, take a single action, write down 3 traits you genuinely admire about yourself. This simple exercise turns the chaotic echo of doubt into a steady rhythm, allowing your self-belief to stand firm as the desert's quiet. The story reminds us that even in the harshest desert, a clear reflection can nourish confidence. When you align the internal mirror with your true values, every external storm only weakens, not shatters, your conviction. If these words stir your spirit, please like, share, and subscribe so we can walk the path of confidence together. Reflective question. When you face a new challenge, do you first look inward or outward to find your confidence? Chapter 2. The Clockmaker's Discipline. In ancient Greece, a renowned clockmaker named Eudoxus built a mechanism that measured the passing of hours with remarkable precision. He spent years studying the tides, seasons, and the sun's path, understanding that each minute is part of a greater rhythm. When he faced criticism for his intricate designs, Eudoxus remembered that the clock's purpose was never applause, but the faithful tracking of time. Marcus Aurelius practiced a similar discipline with his daily morning reflection, listing potential obstacles and framing his responses before the day unfolded. He would ask, "Which of these I can control, and how will I face them with calm?" By dedicating time to such reflection, Aurelius cultivated a resilient mindset that never let an unexpected storm unmoored him. Sufi mystic Rumi, meanwhile, would say, "If we are clocks, we must know our inner second. Only then can we stay in tune with the universe." His poetry teaches us that discipline, when directed inward, becomes a subtle art of aligning with larger, unseen forces. In today's world, we can apply this by setting a daily confidence routine. Choose a time each morning to write a quick agenda of potential situations where you might need self-belief. Identify the one action you'll take to stay centered, whether it's a mantra, a short meditation, or a physical stretch. By committing to this routine, you'll build a habit that steadies the mind even when the external world turns up 100%. Thus, the clockmaker reminds us that discipline is quiet and persistent, a steady hand on the hands of the universe, grounding us in steady confidence. If you feel your own inner clock starting to tick toward confidence, like, share, and subscribe for more paths to inner calm. Reflective question. Which daily habit can you implement tomorrow to reinforce your confidence in the face of uncertainty? Chapter 3. The Dance of the Two Suns. According to a celebrated Russian novella, the protagonist could see 2 suns lighting the sky, one that burned bright with ambition, another that glowed softly with gratitude. When he attempted to chase the fierce sun alone, he burned quickly and crumbled. When he turned to the gentle sun and merged the two, his light shone brighter, steady, and radiant. In the same vein, Rumi's most famous work, The Guest House, teaches that every feeling and thought has a season. Our pride, our fear, our hope, each is a guest that arrives. Instead of banishing the fierce sun of ambition, we invite gratitude to accompany it, balancing intensity with compassion. Marcus taught, "The obstacle is the way." For him, obstacles were not foes, but gates that required a calm response. When a challenge appears, he reminds himself that the way forward is not to fight, but to walk with awareness. To practice this harmony, set a gratitude journal that works alongside your ambition log. Each morning, list one personal goal and one thing you appreciate in the world. When the day brings a stressful event, pause and read both lists, letting the gratitude steadiness calm the fire of urgency. The dance of the two suns shows us that confidence flourishes when we do not rely solely on power or passivity. By allowing ambition and gratitude to coexist, we create a balanced internal environment where confidence blooms with resilience. If you resonate with this balance, please like, share, and subscribe to continue our journey. Reflective question: how can you pair one ambitious goal with one thankful thought to support your confidence today? Chapter 4. The Scriptorium's Silence. Legend has it that in a secluded Ethiopian scriptorium, a monk spent weeks transcribing sacred texts under the guidance of a master. Every page demanded patience, a gentle touch, and reverence for the act itself. When a critical voice from the outside world whispered that his work lacked speed, the monk replied, "The true value lies in each careful stroke, not in the page count." This parallels Rumi's idea that the soul is a canvas. Each moment is a brushstroke of potential. He would often say, "Keep the heart open, let each silence echo louder than any words." Marcus Aurelius also cherished silence as a teacher. He wrote, "When the world clutches too hard, retreat to the mind's quiet. There, you hear the sound of your own purpose." Today, we can emulate this by carving out a silent intention period in our schedule, 10 to 15 minutes where we disengage from noise. Choose a task, no matter how small, perhaps a creative sketch, a phone call, or simply sitting outside. Focus entirely on the process, not the outcome. In this silence, confidence can grow organically, not by external applause but by personal mastery of the present moment. This chapter reminds us that confidence does not shout, but whispers from within the quiet practice of the present. If this idea sparks a light in you, please like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom from ancient hearts. Reflective question: in what task can you practice mindful silence to strengthen your confidence tomorrow? Chapter 5. The Final Breath of the Empire. When Marcus Aurelius faced the final days of his reign, he saw the empire not in terms of loss but in terms of service. He wrote, "Make the best of what remains, for each breath is a gift." His calm acceptance became a model of confidence that survived beyond his rule. Rumi, in his final poems, embraced the idea that the end of one journey is merely the start of another. He wrote, "Let the soul find peace in each ending, for every ending is the beginning of a new song." To apply their ending wisdom, we can view setbacks as transitions, not failures. When a business venture does not succeed or a project stalls, pause to appreciate the lessons gained. Write them down as data, not judgment. Then, turn the insight into the next step, perhaps a pivot, a new skill, or a different perspective. Through this practice, confidence becomes anchored in the continuity of growth rather than static success. Each new beginning is a breath that invites fresh confidence, unshaken by past outcomes. We close today by echoing that confidence is not a one-time victory, but an ongoing dialogue between mind, heart, and action. If you feel encouraged to breathe fresh confidence into your journey, please like, share, and subscribe to stay connected. Reflective question: how can you reframe one recent setback into a lesson that fuels your confidence moving forward? Philosophy Spotlight: Stoicism. Stoicism can be described simply: a way of living that trains the mind to meet everything with calm acceptance, distinguishing what we can control from what we can't. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, used this philosophy to rule wisely, to face battles with composure, and to guide himself to an inner peace that no army could defeat. From Stoicism, we learn 3 powerful lessons that work today for personal power and professional success. 1. Focus on what you own the reins to. In business, you can decide how you respond to market changes. If you invest energy only in what can be altered, planning, skill development, communication, the world's upheavals become less threatening. 2. Reframe obstacles as opportunities. The Stoic view is that adversity is a chance to practice virtues such as courage, patience, and resilience. When a client cancels a deal, look for the hidden teaching. Perhaps your proposals need clearer alignment with their needs, or maybe it's a chance to refine your negotiation technique. 3. Practice daily self-audit. The Stoic morning meditation involves reviewing potential problems of the day and visualizing calm responses. In modern life, this can be a 5-minute journaling session highlighting a challenge and writing 3 positive actions to confront it. By applying these Stoic practices, we equip ourselves with a mental framework that supports unshakable confidence exactly as Marcus Aurelius did. His calm in the face of war shows us that true belief is rooted not in outcomes, but in how we conduct ourselves under any condition. If you found this philosophy as powerful as I do, share, and subscribe for further ancient wisdom that speaks to today's needs. Reflective question: which Stoic practice will you start integrating into your daily routine to reinforce your confidence?